Shubba flubba dub dub. Hey, yeah, that's my new catchphrase. Hey, are you ready? So, somebody was asking, maybe not, but I should show you how we have showers. This is how it's done. It's pretty simple, you know, and it doesn't take up a lot of extra water for us. You know, and this brings me to another point. That's like reason number 15, your yacht sucks. Not for all of you, but for a lot of you people, you can't get back up on your boat. You know, not like that. So, let's go ahead again because the wind's up and we want to get going to Brunei. So, have a little look around at this place. We anchored in a place that's super shallow and it was tricky getting in here. And our forward sensor array was down, so it was even that much more difficult. Baby doll, are you going to go back up there? So there's a lot of things to talk about, and if we only had more time. We don't have more time because we're limited to 15 minutes, and because we don't have a verified YouTube, and we probably never will, you know? I think it was Edward Abbey that said the relationship between employee and employer is one that debases both. So I don't want that kind of relationship. Oh, thanks, darling. That's all I need. Focus on the camera work now, I'll get this. It's not easy, you know, Nobi's got a big clunky laptop in her hands, so... Oh, this is probably coming into like a Gordian style knot. Do I even have the right end? Oh, watch me end up just like hanging myself here. Oh, I managed to do it. Okay. So this won't be as easy as yesterday because the wind's up a little bit. And I wish the internet would stay off. We should have turned the internet off because it's messing with our screen. Yeah. Now, some folks wanted us, because I was like teasing that story about Novi going to jail. Well, I can't talk about that because it'll make me too angry and I'll bring everybody down. Let's just say ice is not always nice, no matter what the price. And yeah, some other good ideas I saw in the comments. Yeah, like the places we've been, some people that are really interested in freedom wanted to know what's the freest places we've sailed through. I can tell you one thing for sure. America would have to be rated very low on that list. In particular, Hawaii. I can't speak for Florida, but I imagine it's the same. But Hawaii, despite all that hot air about aloha, and I'm sure there's lots of wonderful, I know there are, Hawaiians, but as far as the cruising community is concerned, there is no aloha. There's none of that. And I mean, we had quite an experience there. We sailed right into, we'd been on the sea for almost 40 days, and our first point of arrival was Maui. And we pulled up there to the Lahaina Marina, and we didn't have any contact with the outside world. That was pre-Starlink days, and so we didn't know Lahaina had been torched, and so it was a big surprise to come into that Lahaina and see that marina, because it was just a smoke and cinder. We got there like a month after the thing was smoked, and that whole day was a weird experience because, man, it was weird. The people on shore that were surveilling us, you know, they didn't want anybody looking at that fire scene. And then the Coast Guard showed up right away and in a hurry whisked us off, and they had no explanation other than we had to go. We couldn't check into Maui, so we went, and we did stay there anyway for a while in Maui, just there in front of some hotels. But then we took off and we sailed to Oahu after a nice hike on Molokai. But in the end, there was nowhere in Oahu where we could anchor without being accosted by the police. One police guy from one of those three-letter agencies there, I can't remember, DNL or some damn thing. This guy almost had an aneurysm because we were anchored in a spot he didn't like. That's a whole nother story. But in the end, we ended up having to stay in a bloody marina. There was no other place to stay in Oahu but this bloody marina there in downtown, and next to the Hilton, the name of which I can't remember, but it's downtown Honolulu. We had to stay there. And here's where I get to another question. Somebody asked me about insurance. Well, of course I don't have insurance, but it's a real winner not having insurance. Not only do I can't get insurance. You can't get insurance for a boat that you built yourself. So much the better, because that gives me the perfect excuse for these people. Like there at the marina, we stayed there for 2 months, and they wanted us to sign some papers and stuff to get their approval and all of that. But in the end, we couldn't get their approval because we didn't have insurance, which means we didn't have to sign any of their papers. So even though we were staying at the marina in a slip that we had to fold up to get into, another bonus about a folding trimaran, you know, there was only one slip available. And they were like, well, you can't stay in it, you won't fit. And I'm like, yeah, we will. And so we got in there. And the funny thing too is we just went into that marina. We didn't ask anybody's permission, and we anchored in a place where you could anchor. And the marina was designed for shallow boats there. But they cried about that like little babies. Well, you can't stay there. And so we had to go to this slip. And they did all this, you know, checking of the boat and all this nonsense. And in the end, we couldn't comply with their rules. And they never did give us a bathroom pass. So I was like, fuck you, and we left. We never paid them a cent, and we didn't have to. We weren't legally obliged. But if you'd have been a poor fool with insurance and paid for all of that, you'd have had to pay that $2,000 slip fee. So anyway, another big win for your homemade boat is you can't get and you don't need insurance. And besides, that was for like damage insurance. They wanted $2 million for liability insurance. I could shoot this boat out of a giant cannon into that marina and not do $2 million worth of damage. So, and it's just stupid. All right, it looks like we're almost there. I'll get this, darling. You just take care of the computer. I'll get it. I know you can do it. You're a multitasker. You sure you don't want to dry that and put that into nice dinner?
It's covered in pollution right next to these guys here.
Okay, too polluted that, but normally we'd be eating that for supper. Okay. Now I'm not going to drop the rudder. Oh my God, I think we're out of gas and I pulled up. That was a boo-boo. Oh, we are. Holy cow. Because now we're in the current and drifting, and this is a really dangerous. Oh my God, both tanks. Both tanks. We got to sail out of here, baby. We got to sail out. I don't have time. I don't have time. I got to drop the rudder. You got to put that right there. And we'll get this creature out. Okay, let's get the screecher out.
You got it?
Are you ready? Okay, here, you take the... Okay. Let's get her out. Get the hell out of this place. Okay, grab the computer. How long is this video? Do we got to turn this off? Oh, it's a good thing we have a sailboat, because otherwise that could have been a problem. Anyway, show them around the place. This is beautiful.
Tiny little island, rock island, with a small rubbish beach on there. Iguanas and stuff. Lots of rocks around. Underwater rocks.
Labuan's right over there.
That landmass over there in front
That's
of
the
us.
special district of Malaysia. It's a tax haven for the rich and powerful. That's probably why you never heard of it. It's like the most powerful tax haven on the planet. Alrighty then. Labuan. I wonder if we want to go around the outside, like the trailer park girl. Let's see if we can point that high. If we can't point that high, we'll go around the other side. Alright, what time is it?
It's 12.
12. Yeah, you know, we don't, I explain that. Oh, the other reason, I want to get to one of the reasons your yacht totally and completely sucks, is because it rocks. Now you catamaran owners can take a deep, desperate sigh of relief, because I'm not talking about you. Only you monohull hullers who decided that 1,000 couple tons maybe of lead was a good idea. Your boat's always going to be rocking unless you put your boat on like in a big pond or a swimming pool. It's got to be flattered and piss on a plate for you people to just enjoy your life at all. In fact, I don't understand why monohulls don't come straight from the factory with a case of barf bags. You know? Because it's criminal. These boats are criminal. And it's no wonder they all have marine heads in them. The dumbest idea ever is because you're always going to be barfing. Alright. I got that one off my chest. Alright. I think that's long enough, man.